Hello again, everyone. I am Gary Godsoe, and welcome to Velocity Online Racing's coverage of Round 4 of Season 2 of the Global IndyCar Challenge. And today we come to you from Fuji International Speedway at the base of the picturesque volcano in Japan. As always, joining me in the booth for today's race is Ewan O'Leary. Ewan, good to have you here. Welcome to Fuji. We've had 3 different winners in 3 races this season. We've had 6 winners and 6 races going back into last season. So first of all, do we go 7 for 7 and do we go 4 for 4? Do we see another new winner this season?
I think it is going to be very unpredictable, to be honest, as far as that is concerned. It's a remarkable record that we've had now for the first half of this season.
And there we go, a long run, but here we go. We're going to go 2 wide for second, but FT is going to take off, and he's going to be your leader going into 1. Here they come to the outside. All the Altena Autosports cars 3 wide. Here we go, 3 wide into 1.
Oh, very close between the 3 of them in towards the first corner, but out the other side, Ahmad Lau should just about hold on to pole, and indeed the lead after pole position in front of Liam O'Sullivan, and then Efting and Skilvazi tightened towards turn 1. Amazing that they all managed to get through.
Yeah, it looked like FT got a pretty good start as Julian taking a dive to the inside and taking a stab at Patrick there. But FT led going into turn 1, but I think he might have possibly got spooked when 2 cars came in underneath him, went 3 right into the turn, and kind of wisely backed out of it and to save that battle for another lap. He is on, everybody up front is on the red tires, so now's the time to attack.
Oh dear, and wide there, somebody going wide there through the 10th corner. Dunlop corner, which is does not contain the chicane anymore, and coming to a stop, it's Fraser Clegg in the 57 who has for some reason come to a stop and is now getting back going again. Not entirely sure either what happened to Toby Deck, who is quite a long way off the back of the field.
I wonder maybe Fraser cut the course and he had to come to a stop, or he's actually now stopping on the course, and maybe he has a mechanical, not sure, so he might be towing out, but he is currently back at around turn 14 and is currently not moving at all. Up front, though, and we watch a little bit further back, here's Silvazzi and Liam O'Sullivan as they are now coming downhill. He is on the button, pushing that push to pass. F-Tink goes purple that time by. Vogelzang defends to the inside, kind of throws a little bit of a fade on Julian. Julian's going to take it to the outside now, side by side off the corner. Here we go as they make a run down into turn 3 and this very fast kick coming up to turn 4.
Yeah, I think that was half defence from Vogelzang, half attacking Liam O'Sullivan, who wasn't using any push to pass and was a bit of a sitting duck there on the front straight. Luckily for him, he was far enough in front. Here goes Altena. Whoa, he really got on the grass there and went off. But down the inside he goes, in towards turn 6.
Is that momentum to pull alongside, but unfortunately, it didn't get him in the preferred position to pull the pass off. Now he takes a stab to the inside, fades back in, back underneath the attenuator of Milan, and he now takes a shot in that turn 10 area, going into turn 11. Here's the, it's a, whoa, almost banging wheels there. Oh, ho, ho.
It's a good final sector for racing, I think. Very underrated, in my opinion. But down the inside into the final corner, Altona's going to get through. But Vogelzang is not going to be finished. Inside line, he'll switch to. And it's going to be a drag race.
Vogelzang got it to the rear of Julian, and it was forgiven. His wing was given back to him. So the racing gods being kind to Vogelzang. He's going to go side by side down the front stretch. Julian on the push to pass to Edge out in front of him. Here's Vogelzang. He's going to fade to the inside. Braking zone into 1, side by side one more time, Ewan.
Yeah, it should be Altona's position now. He was slightly quicker in a straight line, but Vogelzang's on the push to pass again. He's on the outside in towards turn 3, and he now will back out. It's not a bad place to go around the outside, actually, if you've got your nose in front like he did there, but he didn't fancy it. And Julian Altona is finally inside the top 5.
You see on the timing tree, all the drivers in the top 11 have chosen, actually qualified on the red tires. Take a look at a replay here. Pim Van Gastel just a little hot into the braking zone.
Yeah, losing the rear all the way around there, locked it down. Oh, and there was, I was about to say, everybody avoided because he'd spun just off the racing line, but that wasn't quite true the whole way through.
We have a new leader. It's Road Neptic. He's back to the point. He started off, faded back a little bit, remember, started on the pole.
I'll have a look back here and see how it actually happened. Very long way back at the beginning of the front straight, I must say. So it's got to be a big bit of push to pass maybe on the way down towards turn one, a big slipstream as well, but I think Aaron Lau generally is holding on to the best pace of anyone in this race, but Efting able to go through here, and maybe even Lau let him have that. That was a big closing speed towards the end of the straight.
And on the exit of the corner, a little squirrely there for Efting. It's possible he might have got on the radio and said, just let me go.
We'll see what happened to him through the final sector. It's another spin through turn 14, 15, and I wonder how many times we are going to see that tonight.
Paddle for position on the racetrack. Julian Altena to the inside now of Liam O'Sullivan. This is championship points battle implications right there as move Julian now up in the fourth, Liam back to fifth, going into turn one. Wait a minute, that's not right. Is Altena in the pits? And maybe he just wants to get off these red tires very, very quickly. Remember, they qualified on these, so they have at least a lap or two of use on them already. But when they go to the hybrid, it's more of like a 1.5 second burst. And then they have to recharge. And they could recharge by either pushing a button or pulling a lever or under braking.
Vogelsang and O'Sullivan continue to run close. O'Sullivan still just not showing his true potential at the moment by the looks of things. He's got a championship advantage to hold on to at the moment, 21 points. Doesn't need to win every race from here by any means. Just needs to stay somewhere near Julian Altena for the remainder of this season. Now, are we seeing two drivers come in here, or are we seeing some games? Oh, we are. Some games from one of them. Aman Lau carries on, but into the pit lane for Rodin Eftink.
Eftink coming in, and again, another reason why when we saw that pass for the lead, that it seemed pretty easy. It was, it might have been pretty bland. It might have been Law's like, hey man, I'm on a different schedule. I will just open up the inside for you. You just go right on by. Oh, here we go. Rice to the inside of Eli. And he goes to, right there at 14. So they're going to do a drag race down the front straight. Ride's going to tuck back in behind the attenuator of Sasek. And Sasek is going to be punching a big hole in the air. Rise is not on push to pass. He's going to try to suck up in the draft on his own, and right there with him is Langbin. Langbin to the inside. There, almost contact in the braking zone as Rise has to check up, and now Langbin now gets a little squirrely on exit. The winner out of that one is Eli. Trying to find the best way around as they are now coming around lap traffic. Oh, Vogelsang coming to pit road.
Is that... Did he come from the white line there, or was that fine? He locks it down as well as he gets into the pit lane. Just about slows down in time, but he'll be down. And maybe this is the start of a three-stop strategy from him.
Watch O'Sullivan here bouncing on the curve. Bam, bam. Inside curve again, just grabbing a lot. Oh, God, and then he hits the curves, and not only just hit the curves, he hit the sleeping policeman bumps there, too. Sorry to cut off from what I was just talking about. Vogelsang on pit road for a very long hold.
Yeah. Let's look at it again here. It's quite tight there through the final corner. He probably did need to come in and get these tyres off. Look at the lap car here trying to get out of the way. And Vogelsang tries to get in pit. Oh, I think he was fine there. What about on the pit lane speeding? Does he get... Oh, it's a slide. He locks it down. That must be it, I suppose. He was very close.
Eftink battling for Chris Rise, but this is another battle between cars that stopped and haven't stopped yet. And you mentioned someone's using a lot of push to pass. Langman right there to the inside, the Meyer Shank. And he goes long in the braking zone. He's going to give the position back to Eli.
It's in that final sector again where there's been so much trouble so far tonight. But there you go. Wide over those curbs and going for a spin.
He might have had a little bit of help there. It looked awfully close. Silvazzi taking a stab at the inside, going in the one-on. Lal shows the nose, presents the car. They're going to drag race off the corner, side by side through one, now two, coming down to three, and through that fast kink into a braking zone. Lal kind of slides out in front of him. Whoa, not say that, not so fast, my friend, as Sauvagny decides to full send it to the inside there. Watching, now we'll go back to this battle here with Lal and Sauvagny, as this is going to be a battle for second going into turn one, and Sauvagny's going to clear him, at least on exit, but they're side by side.
Yeah, he's going to be cleared.
An unrelated incidents on the racetrack between Fiolis and Rise, so little synchronized spinning. It's not an Olympic sport, but it sure looked good out there on the racetrack. Two guys spinning at the same time on the race course, but no contact and not related. This is Julian for position on Umit.
Yeah, he's got to make these passes pretty quickly because he can't afford to lose time in traffic. And there he goes down the inside into 7th position. There'll be a couple more of these to come, with, or at least one with Christensen in the 44 to dispatch off pretty soon as well. These, you could argue, though, if everybody else is going for 2 stops and these for 3, that these, you could argue, are 4 position. I think it's going to be one-way traffic for Aman Lal to get through because he's got more than double of the push to pass of his rival. Looking down the inside, it may be happening already here.
So Ozzy coming to pit road, and I'm wondering, did he burp on the fuel possibly? I don't know. Yeah, how quickly he did it. It just looked very weird.
That did look very weird. Let's see actually what happened here, and actually listen to this. Almost like he sort of left the pit limiter on or something. Goes a bit wide, down to first gear. I mean, no obvious signs there, really. Very impressive to have 6 in 6, to be fair, so I'll be impressed if we can manage it again. That's close in towards turn 10, and on the outside line, Vogelzang not able to get past Toby Deck, who again is holding on well. Very late on into a stint here is a Deck, and Vogelzang really needs to try and get through, but will be a lot heavier at the moment with fuel.
7 for 7. Now, if they had a combined schedule, as Vogelzang gets on by Deck there for position, so move Vogelzang back up in the top 10.
Easily done. I mean, but the problem is, if we're seeing this as the sort of the unimportant gap, we're seeing the important gap up to Aman Lal, then these two are actually losing time.
Black flag for Charpentier. We're seeing might have reached incident limits. Frustration levels are getting high with about 20 laps left in this race. Yep. And he just kind of scoots out, and now he has to visit pit road for a drive-through penalty. O'Sullivan sliding to the inside. Contact between the car. That was Deck. He makes contact with Deck going through turn 1.
I mean, to be fair to Deck, O'Sullivan is a mile back coming into turn 1, and he has not made the apex there at all. Absolutely, it's not long left at all. It's not long season, to be fair, but now we're in the second half of the race especially. It is not very long to go at all. Eftink gets out the pit lane, and Altena on not newer tyres, but warmer tyres will go straight through.
On the outside, he wanted to get that pass done. Now he can hope to try to reel in Liam. Is it possible that maybe Liam has not mapped the button? We have seen that happen before, and here goes to the inside defensive. Not even now he's on the button. So he has mapped a drag race side by side between the teammates first and second in the points going into turn 1. Oh, Eftink almost gets to the back of Julian. Julian goes high to low, gets a better exit off the corner. Drag race down through 2, coming to 3.
Altena's on the outside, but even not using any push to pass there. O'Sullivan able to stay in front. He goes a bit deep there, though. Altena around the outside through the long right-hander, which might give him the inside for turn 6. Oh, he's off into the grass again. He's made a move out there before tonight, and he nearly had to do it again. He couldn't do it that occasion. He's still pushing O'Sullivan, though.
Let's not rule out Roden Eftink. He's involved in this battle. Here we go, side by side, coming down to 10. Oh, we got contact between Eftink and Julian in the back under the braking zone. There might have been even contact there. I didn't see anyone budge, but it got really close.
Yeah, I mean, it did get very, very close. Eftink wasn't expecting that, but I'm not entirely sure why. He could see it happening in front of him into turn 10. Altena on the button there, getting to the outside, but he knew that was never going to work, and Eftink just flies into the corner as if there's nobody in front of him.
But Julian gets on by. Julian gets on by as they go onto the main straight. Now Julian's trying to break the draft, and we're doing a bit of the dragon snake down the front straight.
He just about leaves the room for O'Sullivan, who in the end doesn't have anything to answer with.
And the battle between Julian and Eftink is not over now. The battle with O'Sullivan might be done as he starts to fade a little bit.
Yeah, O'Sullivan feigning quickly. That was very wide from Upton, isn't it? In turn one, this is still on replay, by the way, as we see what happened when Eftink got past O'Sullivan there. It wasn't too difficult. Eftink was rather handed that one. There is Eftink running wide, and he must be serving a slowdown penalty or something along those lines for that sort of move to have been made.
This is Clegg and Christensen. Oh!
Wow.
That was unexpected. Clegg and Christensen, 2 winners at the Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Championship level. And Pressey is towed to the pits as well with a black flag. And that was with Eftink.
Wow.
That was with Eftink. Eftink is now running around wounded. Salvazzi now smells blood in the water. Is going to try to run him down with a damaged race car. We're going to have a drag race here for 4th place.
Eftink's going to be overtaken very, very easily. There's no way he can hold on. There you go. Salvazzi straight through.
Salvazzi on by. So Lal has been kind of snake bitten on some other courses, but today it's been smooth sailing. For the purple cars, he comes off the corner looking at the checkered flag, and your winner at Fuji, Saman Lal.
Yep, nicely done. And a great victory from Lal, where he took the best strategy and executed it better than anybody else on his strategy. As far as his strategy is concerned, Liam O'Sullivan was closest, 16.5 seconds back. Julian Oughton are making the 3-stop work best of anybody to finish in second.
Monlaw acting like he's been here before, which he has. Your winner today over Julian Altena. Julian making a little bit of ground over his chief points rival, Liam O'Sullivan, who finished 3rd. That is 2nd and 3rd there in the final standings. He will creep a little bit closer in the championship standings. Liam O'Sullivan 3rd. Patrick Salvazzi, one of his best finishes of the season, in 4th. Roden Eftink in 5th. After that incident going into turn 1 brings a very damaged and wounded car home for the top 5. Gavin Gardner looking to be your new rookie points leader going into Phoenix in a couple of weeks here. He finishes 6th